Coach, guys came out with so much energy, so much fire. How'd you get them up after the Colorado game?
I think it's easy to get up for games here. Passion and the energy that's in the stadium, just tremendous. Thought from the first whistle, we asked them to start well, and they certainly did. I thought some of the football in the first half was probably the best stuff we played in a long time.
What does it say about your teams that after a difficult loss, you guys can bounce back, pull out a win against one of the hotter teams in MLS?
Probably the hottest team in the country right now. The best second half team in the league, bar none. The amount of goals they've scored and wins that they've had in the second half. Just as I say, I thought we thoroughly deserved the 3 points tonight. I think this says a lot for the guys. It's not down to coaching. It's nothing to do with me and the staff. I said that to them before the game. There's the type of games that you've got to go and produce. And I take my hat off to every single player that stepped onto the field tonight. I thought they were magnificent. I thought when we were under pressure, guys that don't usually defend as hard defended with everything they had, showed a lot of character, a lot of guts, and a tremendous win, probably one of the most satisfying wins we've had here as a coaching staff.
Can you talk a little bit about the play of David Horst and Footy?
As I said, I mean, I spoke to you a couple of weeks ago about the Seattle game. I think it was a similar type performance again tonight. But we've got to be more consistent with that. You can't just do it on at home. Special group of guys. They keep believing in each other as much as we believe in them, and you've got to work that way, home and away. There's no easy games. You can make the games easier by outworking the opponents, and we made it a little bit easier on ourselves tonight, going 2-0 up. To be honest with you, I think Songo deserves a special mention. I thought he was absolutely terrific in the first half. After the disappointment of taking him out in Colorado, I thought his response tonight was excellent, and that's what we see from Frank Songo. And as I've said time and time again to people, we don't sub players because we don't like them. We sub people out because they're not playing well, and he got subbed out tonight because he was injured. But as I say, I thought he was, quality-wise on the ball, was head and shoulders above anybody that was on the field tonight.
Do you know anything about his injury?
Right this present moment, Dr. Greenleaf is just assessing him now. I think he's just tweaked the lower part of the hamstring, so we'll see how he is tomorrow.
How satisfying was it when Danny scored?
I thought it was tremendous break, great counter-attack. If I'm not mistaken, I think Eric Alexander played to Songo, and he comes in, and that's what he does. He's got so much quality and guile, and a little bit of calmness and quality on the ball at the right moment. And I said to Mwanga, you've got to have that ruthlessness in your makeup, that not be looking to set someone else up. When you get into the box, you get into the danger zone, you've got to become a different animal. So to see him coming across, movement was excellent, and a great finish. I mean, how could you not want to celebrate in front of the Timbers Army?
Do you think that taking Songo out in the last game served as motivation for him this game?
No, because as I say, we don't take people out for no other reason. You know, we don't take them out because we don't like the colour of their boots or the smell of their breath. We take them out because you're either performing or you don't perform. Same for everybody at this club. If you're not doing your job properly, you ain't going to be here, myself included. So for us, I don't want, when you bring a player in, when you sign a player, what do you think you want them to be? Successful or failing? So for me, Frank, he never played well the other night, and the best way to, say to the coach, listen, give me a chance. I said to him, spoke to him the other day, said to him, we took you out because I didn't think you played well. We agreed on a couple of things and we moved on. I'm not a grudge holder. Scottish people don't hold grudges, well I don't anyway. And I think I showed that tonight by putting him in the starting lineup. I have faith in him, that's why I signed him. And he's got quality, and he showed it in abundance tonight.
John, talk about the decision to play Frank on the right versus the left.
It wasn't, as I say, it wasn't tactical. We're just looking at it saying Eric Alexander, we actually thought Chavez was going to start the game. And Eric, obviously being an ex-Dallas player, knows all about him and knows his habits. And then when we seen the team sheet and he wasn't in the lineup, we just decided to keep it that way. Frank, he can play on the right, he can play on the left. As I say, I think that when he gets into the final third, his quality is very, very good at times, and I think he showed tonight. If he can do that consistently, he'll be a consistently quality player for us.
You had a conversation with Chris at halftime, what did he say?
Chris who?
Chris Wondowski.
Why would I tell you?
No.
No, I mean, me and Wando go back a long way to Houston. Every time I see him, I know his mum and dad and his brother really well. So every time we see each other, we've got a lot of respect for each other. I think he helped me win a reserve league championship in Houston with the amount of goals he scored, and I think I helped him a little bit. Probably minimal percent in working and finishing and that with him almost every day. He's just got a tremendous desire to better himself as a player, and one of the best finishers I've ever seen in the game. He hits them with his right foot, left foot headers. You couldn't wish for a young man to get more success than him, because he's a tremendous character.
One of the fact is, though, is that you guys pretty much kept him quiet throughout the entire game. I think he had just one shot throughout the entire game. What were you guys doing?
Listen, I think we both, if you watched the Galaxy game the other night, Bruce Arena said the same thing in his pre-game. Be aware of him at all times, and that's what you try to do. Sometimes he gets free and he pulls the trigger and he hits the back of the net. But as I say, there's not many better finishers in the American game than this guy.
Coach, you guys didn't follow up the Seattle game, I know, the way you want. How confident are you can follow this one up a little bit better?
Well, as I say, we can only come in and start planning and prepping and getting ourselves ready for the game. The players, when they step on the field, and I've been criticised, I think, for saying this, when players step onto the field, it's down to them. Tonight, they stepped onto the field. It's not coaching, it's down to them. So you win the games, you lose your games. As a coaching staff, we can only prepare them as well as we think, give them as much information as possible to help them. I didn't make Frank Songo put the ball into Danny Mwanga's foot and Danny Mwanga blast it in the net. The players do that themselves. So I said to them tonight, tremendous, they get everything they deserved, and we've got to go now and do it on the road.
One more for John. What's the key to that? How do you get the guys to play like they did today in Salt Lake?
I think our owner is planning to send 15,000 people free of charge to Salt Lake next Saturday. He mentioned that in there quietly, so don't tell him I've told you. But I think it's a great idea.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.